It's Listen In with KNN, the sports sound of the district. For this special edition, we welcome a legendary lead singer who, with his Washington, D.C. based go-go and funk band, enjoyed worldwide success and popularity in the late 1980s and early 1990s. As the lead for the group Experience Unlimited, or better known as EU, they produced chart-topping hits such as The Butt in 1988. The song appeared on the soundtrack for the Spike Lee film School Days and remains a hit to this very day. The group reunited to perform the song for what was one of the more memorable moments at the 2019 BET Awards. We now welcome Gregory Sugar Bear Elliott to this special live stream of Listen In with KNN. Here's your host, Kelsey Nicole Nelson. It's Listen In with KNN, the sports sound of the district. We bring you the biggest guests, great analysis, and the hottest sports stories in the nation's capital and beyond. And we bring it to you live. Welcome to this live stream broadcast of Listen In with KNN. Here's your host, Kelsey Nicole Nelson.
All right. Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Welcome into another live stream edition of Listen In with KNN, presented by Fox Sports Radio. I'm your host, Kelsey Nicole Nelson. Super excited for today's live show because today I'm paying homage to my hometown, my city. We're paying true roots and tribute. If you know about go-go music, then you're going to know my guest. And if you don't know, well, you're going to learn something very special today with us. But even outside of music, the things that he's doing as a gun rights activist, all right, stopping the violence, as we know, that needs to happen, and so much more. His work in special education. This man is basically a man that is doing it all. So we're going to touch on all of that. Bring your questions, bring your comments. Once again, we're going to have fun today. You might get up and dance. I want all of that. That's what this show is about. And again, super excited to have him on. So without further ado, because I don't want to waste any time, I've got 30 minutes with him and we're going to maximize that. I see the comments already coming in. I'm so excited and delighted to welcome in Grammy-nominated EU's frontman, bassist, and lead vocalist Gregory Sugar Bear Elliott to the show live right here. Good afternoon. Thank you. I got the thumbs up. It makes me say, how are you today? Happy Wednesday.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am fantastic. So excited to have you here. A true legend in the flesh. How's your week been so far? How's your 4th of July holiday?
Oh, so far so good. You know, it's hot, but I'm good. I've never had the heat than the cold.
Me and you both. It's much easier to get cooler than it is to get warmer. And yeah, the humidity in DC, it's real, folks. All right. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Very hot, but excited to have you. Did you do anything fun for 4th of July?
Yes. I watched the fireworks from my home from the TV.
That was smart. I don't know. Did you see the Metro lines to Smithsonian Station?
That was crazy. Yeah,
it was crazy. There's no way. I'm like, I mean, it went all the way like back to the street. It's really crazy. But you know what? There's nothing like a DC 4th of July. Nothing like the fireworks.
The best in the world.
best in the world. But folks from here, we know not to go there, right? We watch from our homes. I watch from the rooftop, and glad I wasn't in all that madness. But once again, excited to have you on. I love this comment. My wife still has to dance every time the butt comes on. Thank you for creating that song with EU. You know, when you see comments like that, you know, how does that make you feel? You know, to know that you honestly created something that's so timeless. Young folks, old folks together, like that's like something we all love to dance to. Like when it comes on, if you're not dancing, either you have no rhythm or you don't know how to dance. I think that's the only way you're not dancing when that song comes on.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. You know, I never knew it was going to be a song of that magnitude. You know, the longevity and everybody's party favorite. It's amazing. I'm grateful. I'm humble, and I still to this day I'm still shocked by the airwaves and people. That's the butt man or this and that. You know,
that's the butt man. That is so cool. Let me ask you, do the young folks know when you're teaching, do the young folks know just how cool you are?
Yeah, most of their parents do.
Their parents do.
Yeah, some of them, because I'm in high school, so you know they know because they watch YouTube and all that stuff all day long, so they know. But they try to be when they're walking down the hall or something like that, you know.
We gotta get the kids hip because they just don't know what they're missing out on. There's no music like old school music. I'm personally obviously
the best in the world. Old school rules.
Old school rules. I'm definitely with you on that. But again, a legend in the flesh. And you know, people don't know this. You've been a long time dedicated special education instructor. 26 years, right? That you've been
Yes,
teaching
that's correct.
Education. First of all, thank you. We don't thank teachers enough. Thank you for all your hard work and all that you do. Well,
I need more prayers. No more prayers.
Look, I'm sending all prayers up. Prayer gods, please hear me.
It's challenging, but I love what I do.
That's wonderful.
Just to put a smile on their face, because a lot of them are disabled. You know, they can't talk, and you know they can't walk, but they smile. That just makes my day.
Oh, a smile is everything.
Yeah, it makes my day. I make them laugh and everything. You know.
That's wonderful. Let me ask you, how did you get into that work? Like, what made it? You know, why special education, and what's kind of kept you in it for 26 years? And
well, it was what my way of giving back. It was a calling from God. That we search for things to do after music, and and I was like, you know what? Let me try this. And my first day there is in training. We was hands on. I ain't gonna say the school because I don't want to mess nobody up. The guy threw a chair at me, one of the students, because that's just how some of them are. They're angry, you know. Right. But once we built a rapport, we became best friends. Yeah. And that's when I knew. I said, I can do this.
Yeah, it was meant for you.
Yeah, it was cool. So I've been there 26 years, so it's good. Wow. I like it.
And you're going to continue on. But how does a teacher enjoy the off season when you're not teaching? Like, what do you do in the summertime when you just get to chill and relax?
Well, it's a blessing because, in school, we out for the whole summer.
Yeah.
So what we do, I take advantage of it. I do a lot of tour dates, some tour dates. I play, I go, take my time, relax, just have fun, do what I want to do because I'm off.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're relaxing. And, I think what you do is near and dear to my heart. I am somebody that works a lot with Special Olympics. So, it's like, the inclusion revolution, choose to include. We have to make sure, folks, that we include everybody in all we do. So that's why your service, I think, is even more important. So once again, thank you for that. And then when you're not being a dope teacher, which, by the way, your kids are so lucky to have you, you also serve as a gun violence activist. I would love to talk more about that. We obviously in Washington, D.C., both of us, we both know there's no greater city than Washington, D.C. Sorry,
right.
Was out there. But, unfortunately in D.C., not just in D.C., honestly, but around the country. I mean, look what just happened this weekend, during July 4th parade. Prayers continue to go up for the Highland Park community. But right now, D.C., gun violence higher in 2022 than this point last year. Homicides have actually been higher in the city each year since 2017. But I know you've been working with the state's attorney and other officials. I know Kelsey Trayvon White. Also in October, I know you got invited to do this cool event in partnership with the Maryland State's Attorney in Bladensburg City's office. So tell us, why you chose this path and why it's so important for you to kind of be a voice to stop the violence.
Because, if people listen to me, a lot of people listen to me, I use my platform to let them know, hey, that's not good. And I think they need to hear that come from people like me, myself, and others. And so-called celebrity status, you know what I mean? And let them know that I care and I'm concerned because I really get upset when anybody gets shot and die. Right. But when children get it, enough is enough. Look what happened in Texas with the little babies. These were 9, 10, 11-year-old kids.
Right.
The situation in Connecticut, even on our streets in DC,
Yeah.
babies are getting shot and they dying.
It's heartbreaking.
And like I told my friends, I said, it seems like it's a pandemic that we accepting and we getting in the norm of this. That's not good. It's not good to be comfortable seeing people die like that.
Right.
Especially violently. We already got to dodge the pandemic, you know, the corona and all that.
Right. Already
got to dodge bullets.
Right. Right.
And you know, it's sad, when I came up in the 80s, crack dominated all black cities across America. Crack cocaine was hard. But now, guns have taken over where crack has. There's more guns on the street now than it was crack back in the day. That is crazy. In America, wake up, America.
Please.
Come
Please.
on,
I mean, like you said, I mean, now it's so sad. Like now it's almost normalized. It's like now when you see a shooting, you know, it's like you almost don't even feel that reaction. And it's sad now too that mass shootings, you know, are a thing. Like when I went to school, even
commonplace.
I never thought about, you know, a shooter coming into the school, let alone
churches, everything.
It does, because now people are afraid to go out. I mean, look what just happened again this weekend. Now you're afraid to be in large crowds because you don't know if you're going to make it home, and that's not right. It's summertime, you know. We're, as the young kids say, Sugar Bear, we outside, but
we outside. They want to be, and I understand that because I was young once, and I know, and I know people want to get out, have family gatherings, cookouts, etc. But it's kind of dangerous right now because you never know. You got drive-bys, people get jealous, or just a lot of hatred for no reason. I think it's a demonic spirit in the communities that got to come out. We got to pray this stuff out.
Yeah, we do. We have to change it. We just need better. Our babies should not be growing up in this environment. They should not be picking up guns either and seeing that they think that that's the way to solve, you know, issues.
We don't have no gunshots in DC.
Look at that.
We don't have one gun shop in DC, but there's more guns here than I believe in any other city.
And DC is only so big. I mean, DC is only so big, folks.
That's my point.
It's crazy. I'm so glad you're doing this work. And I think you also show, you know, you're so much more, you know, you don't have to just be one thing. You're a musician, you're a gun violence activist, you're a teacher, and obviously so much more. You know, you're a loved one to somebody. Like, and I hope people see that, but it's going to take all of us, you know, not just some of us, if we truly want to stop the violence. That's happening not just in our cities, but honestly all across the country. So thank you.
It's across the country. It's bad.
Yeah.
And it's really, and I love every color and creed, but it's in the black community like it's poison. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, we gotta fix it. We just gotta be better, folks. So please, please, all right. We need
no better to do better. Please do better.
There you go, please. And again, it's going to take each and every one of us. Well, you know, shifting to happier times, I thought obviously you are a sports fan, which you have to be if you grew up in this area. Like, is it possible to not be a sports fan if you grew up in this area? We have obviously all the sports, but you're a huge Lakers fan, Kobe Bryant fan, and a Washington Commanders fan. So there's so many things that we can touch on with all of
I still call them the Redskins, but
I tell people this. I just did a show no different before this in New Orleans, and they were like, you know, how are people feeding off the Commanders' names? If you're talking to DC natives, they are still going to call them the Washington Redskins, and then, you know, even the new folks. So the Commanders' name is still trying to grow on folks, and I think
it got to grow on me. It got to grow on me. But
people will understand why the name was changed, I think. But you know, I mean, the burgundy and gold have such a storied history. You know, it's just hard. People can't just be detached from that, right? And removed from that.
Right.
And hopefully, we just want wins, right, Sugar Bear? Like, we just want the Commanders.
That's it. We want wins, playoff, Super Bowl, whatever. And we haven't had one in over 20 years. So I'm like, come on, wake up, man. We do. We overdue.
It's way over. The last time they won a Super Bowl was before I was born. So we have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of us that have grown up here that's like a Super Bowl in DC. Like, we want to experience that. I want to see the parade. Let me ask you, if you could rename the team, what would the name that you what name would you have picked for this team? What pays homage to DC? You are from the area. What would have been good for them to name?
A good name?
Yeah.
The Washington.
Look, now we got to hear
the Washington Bears.
They
got Chicago Bears. No, that's good.
Look, then Chicago would be on us. We got to think something. And then also, I feel like it's hard, but I feel like
the politicians would be good because it's political town.
It really is. I tell people all the time, like DC,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in
Yeah,
sports.
politicians or something like that.
And our team is going through some political stuff right now.
Oh my goodness, ugly, ugly. We the laughing stock of the league right now. We the laughing stock.
It's
What's
sad.
going on in DC? I said, I don't know. I don't own the team, but I hear a lot of things like you do.
We just want better. You know, do you still go to football games? Do you still support the team, or you just kind of watch?
Nah, you know, I'll be honest. I like watching it from home. It's better.
Yeah, the experience.
You see everything that people in the stands can't see because they play it back. You can watch.
That's true. You can watch the replay. Like, come on, ref, you missed that call. Like, he caught the ball in bounds. You know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, a good thing with our team, because obviously you know all that's happening with the front office and ownership. It's Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Contract. Pretty good news, right?
He did the right thing, though. He did the right thing. He definitely is underpaid.
Oh yeah, he deserves to get paid. I think one of the top receivers in football, and this deal I think was just well deserved for him. And honestly, Carson Wentz, lucky guy.
Yeah. I'm happy for him.
Happy for him. Carson Wentz, too, can I ask you? You're believing he can be the quarterback of the future in Washington? We know we've been through our fair share, but hopefully this can be the guy.
I hope that the new guy from Philadelphia, wherever he come from, I forget his name, but
Carson Wentz, yeah.
Wentz. I hope he be himself and just play and stop trying to play program. Be yourself, have fun, and get it done.
Yeah.
You can't let Tom Brady, 44 years old, 45 years old, outdo a 23-year-old man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But experience is the best teacher.
Very true. Very true. And I think, honestly, for Carson Wentz, this is going to be like a last stand for him. He has a lot to prove. I love this comment. Can we call the home field of the Commanders? Can we call it the space station? Maybe we need to. Maybe we can have a fun play on this. And
We'll see.
We had another great comment.
We will see.
We will see. The Commanders sound like a offshoot of Power Rangers. Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's hilarious. And as you talk about actually where the Commanders will play, are you a fan of them? Potentially future home for them being in Virginia. I know a lot of folks had mixed emotions and feelings about this. If you're from UNB, you know about the track.
I want them to go back to RFK.
We want it back.
That's when we was winning. It was more unity in this city then. But ever since they left, not saying that they are the cause of the love and passion, no. But when they left, we never went nowhere.
Look at that. It's nothing like it. You know, I hear the stories. I talked to a bunch of old former players that played at our place, not just on Washington's team, but other teams. And everyone says, you know, there's nothing like that experience, you know, that you get at RFK.
That was a real football stadium.
Shake and vibrate, and you know, just the memories and history there. And I think a lot of folks just want it back in DC. If you're going to be DC's team, bring it back to the city. But unfortunately, it just seems like a harsh reality that unfortunately we might not be having that. And you know, going on to Virginia, that obviously the facility is already out in Ashburn. People don't want to deal with the Virginia traffic.
No, that's too far.
You know, and that's what you're already sending us out to Landover. Now you're trying to send us out all the way to Virginia. So lots of mixed emotions. What it is to be a Commanders fan. But
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Look, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, another team that you're a fan of, lots been happening with the Lakers. You know, Jeannie Buss sending tweets out talking about, you know, she misses Kobe Bryant and that type of player.
Let me say this. I got to say this.
Yeah.
People like Michael Jordan, they like Kareem, they like Magic, they like whoever. My favorite basketball player of all time is Kobe Bean Bryant. Period. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen nobody do what he do yet.
Yeah. I mean, he one of a kind player. There's a reason.
Oh, he definitely in the shop.
Up here, you know, and may he rest in peace. And he was so much more outside of basketball. You know, his support for women's basketball, the Oscar. I mean, he was that guy. Obviously, kind of the hashtag girl dad, you know, came from that. But you know, he was just the epitome. You know, may he rest in peace. And obviously, Kobe's missed. We saw Jason Tatum during the playoffs rocking that Kobe Bryant armband.
You see that?
For a reason. Because that Mamba mentality, you know, we know is needed.
But unfortunately, Jason didn't have that Mamba mentality.
I know. Sorry, Jason Tatum. It didn't work out for you.
I'm keeping it 100 because, you know, if Kobe was in that game, what? They wouldn't have lost. Boston wouldn't have lost. I know that much.
Yeah. Let me ask you. So you're a Lakers fan. You don't support the DC team at all? No?
Yeah.
Wizards
I like the Wizards.
Okay.
I really do. I even go to the games, but we always get close. Like the score could be 98-96,
Oh my
right?
gosh, yes.
With 2 minutes to go, we end up losing by 10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, DC Sports was the first. That was the first thing that taught me about heartbreak. It wasn't a man sugar bear. It was DC Sports. And so I can handle anything because of DC Sports. It's made me a stronger woman. So I guess
That's real talk.
Because you're
Real
so
talk.
right. It seems like a series of unfortunate events, but Bradley Beal being locked in with the Washington Wizards, no trade clause. So he is the future. He will be that guy for Washington, and hopefully Washington can continue.
We got to put some pieces around him. You know, it's amazing.
If the Wizards want to make noise, but on the other side of things, back to your Lakers, Russell Westbrook, we saw him jamming to Beyonce once that contract extension was there. But now there's conversations and talks about possible trade with Kyrie Irving, and would he look good in Brooklyn? Will there be another team involved? Obviously, we got to see Russell Westbrook here in DC, which honestly I thought he played some good basketball with Brad.
He played his best when he was with Washington, in my opinion.
I want to play some basketball.
When he played with the Wizards. Yeah, Westbrook you couldn't stop him. You couldn't touch him. But now he got the Lakers. He's not going to be the star because of LeBron. Yeah. But he got to accept his role and fit in. But it's chaos. It's chaos.
It's chaos. It's just chaos everywhere. Obviously, just so much going on. But we talked about sports, talked about all the great stuff you're doing. But congratulations. I know EU, the band, celebrated y'all 50th anniversary last year.
Yes.
2021. I know for you that has to be special. Going back.
It really hasn't sunk in, but I'm thankful to God that I'm still here and I still have the same passion that I did in high school. That's amazing. I still love to play. I still love to perform. I still love to make people happy. You know what I'm saying? Sing-alongs, parties, jump up and down, whatever. Just have fun. I love it.
It never gets old, right? I mean,
no,
that has
not
to be
for me. I love it. Yeah.
And that's what I think the power, of music is. And I think, it brings us all together. And I think that's what made it so special. And I want to go to a question that we have, about the music you're making. From touring the AFC South, a good friend of the show, Mike Patton, wants to know, how did the Butt song come about?
Okay. Being at the right place, the right time.
Uh-huh.
We was here at 930 Club. I'll make it real quick. We was at the 930 Club on F Street, the original one.
Right.
Spike Lee was in town for promoting this movie, She Gotta Have It.
Yeah.
He stopped by the 930 Club, right? And guess who was playing? EU.
Of course.
I was doing a song called Shake It Like a White Girl.
Uh-huh.
And the ladies just letting it go, just hanging, having fun. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. And Spike, immediately when we took a break, he came over and said, I didn't know Spike Lee from Man in the Moon. Never met him before, never even heard of him. I'm serious. Remember, he was up and coming then.
It's true, right? He wasn't as big as he is now.
No,
now
right.
Spike Lee.
And he said, how would you guys like to be in my new movie? So I'm like, you hear these stories all the time. I'm so-and-so, I can make you a big hit. I can do this. I said, okay, whatever. I said, he left the number, with my manager at the time, Charles Stevenson. The one thing led to another. That was a Friday night. That Thursday, I was recording Doing the Butt in New York.
Yeah.
That was a great experience. I still then, when we recorded it, I met Marcus Miller, a great producer and bass player. And I met a lot of other people in the studio in New York and at the Hip Factory. And then what happened, that Thursday, the Butt was finished. We did it in 8 hours.
Wow.
And when I left the studio, I had no clue it was going to be still playing 33 years later.
Isn't that crazy? And still a top.
And go to number one video, number one movie. It's you couldn't ask for nothing better.
It's amazing. Like you said, you just never know how things are going to pan out. As you talk about music, you're still making music. And actually going back to the Butt, I know everybody remembers the Oscars, actress Glenn Close. That was fun. And I think everybody in DC seeing like our music spotlighted was so special.
Around the world. Yeah,
around the world. Because there's no music like go-go music, folks.
No.
And you got to come to DC to get the authentic.
Experience it live is the best way to experience it.
There you go. So I know that was special. And I think also that shows how music crosses culture, right? And I think that's why music is so great. I saw this video over the weekend that went viral, and it was a group of people in Washington, D.C. of all races and backgrounds. The go-go. And it was just beautiful to see, and that's what music does. It brings us together. We know we do. DC movement in DC. You're not going to
Yeah.
erase our culture and history. And I think it's really special for DC too because of the gentrification that DC is going through.
Yes.
Kind of still the cornerstone, right, of this area.
Yes. Everything has changed, but I think change is for the better sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes.
It can be good. It can be good,
Yeah.
positive change. But, I do think you have to also, remember the people, though, that you're pulling up along with that change.
All the time. You can never forget where you come from.
Never forget where you come. That's why you're on this show, Sugar Bear. I want everybody to know that. And that's something, I keep true and near and dear to my heart. For me, it's been great to brand myself as someone, that knows the DMV, DC sports scene, kind of the best. But this is home for me, and this is a place that I take pride in. I love bringing this.
Well, we need more like you.
I appreciate that.
And may God bless you to go beyond your thoughts.
I so appreciate that. But we do, folks. Again, there's no place like here. I'm so honored and privileged to be from this great city. I want to bring this up because we're talking about hometowns. So, hey, Sugar Bear, I'm from Potomac Gardens. I'm curious about this one. How do you spell relief?
Ooh la la la.
You just made the day. For that. And this is what I love about doing the show again. People just got to get to come in and experience it. And as we talk about, the future, what you're going to be doing. I know back on Friday, June 10th, y'all officially dropped the re-release of a song that appeared on your very first album back in 1977, folks.
Yes.
This time, Peace Gone Away has a slightly different vibe. Break it down to us, because I want people to know y'all are still kicking, y'all are still rocking, and there's still stuff that we can be jamming out to.
Peace Gone Away was a song that written by Donald Fields, a guitar player. Back in I wasn't even singing, I was just playing bass guitar.
Yeah.
And the song was like before its time back then.
Right.
Because everything that happened in 1977 is worse now in 2022.
Right.
So I said, you know what? That's the perfect song to bring back.
Right.
And put a little go-go flavor in it, because we didn't have a go-go style at that time.
Yeah.
And we put the go-go flavor in it, and we brought it back out. And it was received well so far. So far, so good.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It really is. And we got the original vocalist. Everything went well, so it was good.
That's exciting. So I want people to check this out again. Peace Gone Away. The video is now playing on Roku SMP Network. Again, remember that the video is now playing on Roku SMP Network. Be sure to check it out. If you talk about the new song that you're releasing and kind of, the present here and now, how pleased have you been with the growth of go-go music and some of these newer bands that have come out? Do you feel like it's kind of going in the right direction?
Well, me myself, I'm very happy because it's way overdue, and we finally get national recognition again. We really haven't had no national recognition since the Button.
Right.
People still didn't understand. Well, what is that? A rap group? What is that? They didn't know what we was, or R&B group or what.
Yeah.
But we won a lot of awards for the Butt, and I kept telling people this is go-go music. This originates from Washington D.C.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say, and Chuck Brown was one of my mentors in my music career, and now to see DC has go-go music is the official music of DC.
That's our music.
Yes, and it's so cool.
I love that, and
I love that too.
That's special, and look at our G League team. Is named after the
Go-Go's
of DC. That's how you know your music is obviously, I feel like, going in the right direction. I thought that was a special tribute to DC.
Me too.
And that's what I would have loved for the Commander's name personally. I just like when it pays tribute to the city, that area. So I love that for the G League team.
That should have been the Commander's name, the Go-Go's.
I know. We should have saved it for the football team. We just know. And as we talk about, DC and the music scene here, what do you think is something folks should know about DC that they just don't? I feel like there's a stereotype, about DC. People kind of see the new DC. Some people knew about the old DC. But what is something you want people to know, about DC as someone who calls this place home?
That a lot of unity is coming, used to be here, but it's coming back slow.
Yeah.
And it's not the image that's being portrayed around the world with the gun violence. It's not that. It's really a beautiful place to live and raise your children. Yeah. And I think that right now, especially if you move into trying to place to move, DC be the perfect place because of all of the different sites. This is the Capitol, White House, you know, the urban areas, the gear, you know, the swag, all that. We have to bring more of that to the surface and stop stereotyping everybody. It's a lot of love here, but
oh yeah.
So I would say I would move. I would stay here. That's why I ain't go nowhere.
That's the same reason what kept me here all the time. You know, what kept you in the
I love the weather too. I like the cold. I like the hot.
We get everything. Well, I like most stuff, but you know, I had to straighten my hair about 4 times a day because humidity. So humidity is something different in DC. But again, it's a place where you get a blend of everything. I think that's what makes it so special and so fun. And again, as we talk about all the great things that you're doing, you know, paying homage and tribute to the city. I also know you had a chance to work with New Balance, and then they had a chance to tap into some of their beloved brand ambassadors.
See, when God is for you, who can be against you?
Who can be against you? I love that.
And look at that. New Balance commercial.
That's huge.
Another 1977 song off our first LP, Hey You. They playing that with Kawhi Leonard on a New Balance commercial. That blew my mind. I'm watching the Lakers, of course, my team. And then on the commercial, I said, wait a minute, that's us.
That's my music.
Yeah, and you see,
that's huge. And New Balance, you know how big of a brand they are. Like I said, you got somebody like Kawhi Leonard on there, also a rap megastar, someone who's actually blowing up, Jack Harlow.
Yeah,
that's huge.
And then you have millions of people watching the commercial. You see that? And EU name, they don't mention our name, but I know, and now they know it's EU playing that music. That's amazing.
Because you know what people do is once they hear that music, they got to go Google, right? Who is this? You know, when did they start? Exactly. They got to know the story.
Right. And there it is.
And I think that's huge. And again, I mean, what EU has done, I went back to the beginning years, you know, your formative years, dedicated group of students from Ballou Senior High School, DC's neighborhood of Anacostia, you know, to go from Anacostia to now having music that's played around the world. That has to mean a lot to you, right?
I thank God every day, because, you know, you always look for a way out.
Right.
We don't know. We always plan to do something. Yeah. But I thank God my music has taken me around the world, and it's just come from Southeast Washington, straight out of the projects to the top of the charts.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Anything is possible. Truly.
Amen.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, right.
It's been such a joy. I could talk to you all day, honestly, but I know you are a busy man and have things to do. What's coming up for you next, Sugar Bear, that people can look forward to and follow?
Well, I'm having a birthday party.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is July 25th. I'm a Leo.
All right, so you just missed Cancer season because mine's the 17th, but we're both July babies. We're both summer babies.
Okay,
happy early birthday to you.
I'll be at Bethesda. We're gonna be at Bethesda Blues and Jazz.
Nice, good spot.
On the 23rd and the 24th. The first show sold out, so we had to add a second one.
That's wonderful.
And then we're gonna do a third one with me and James Funk, Rare Essence. See, this is go-go history, really.
This is.
Yeah, and we'll be at Green Acres on the 31st of July.
Very exciting.
And then one more birthday party at the Birchmead.
You're celebrating the right way.
No, the Leos. That's what we don't stop. Ain't no party like a Leo party. Remember, it ain't no party like a Leo party. Yeah.
I love it. So you have a lot coming up. I love that you celebrate. I'm the same way. I celebrate the birthday all month long, but you just gave me some things I'll be doing in July. I'm going to have to make my way there.
Come on through.
Nothing
I guarantee you won't sit down. I'm guarantee that.
I love it. Look, y'all, come. If you're in the area, even if you're not in the area, buy a plane ticket. Hopefully you get a good deal. I know things are a little bit crazy with flights, but you are going to want to be here. Again, we're listening to a legend, someone that, you know, started so much for us here in DC, someone that really paid tribute to the culture.
And still doing it.
And still going. It ain't no slowing down. I don't see slowing down anytime for you anytime soon. Sugar, it's been such a pleasure to have you. Before I let you go, just any last.
Thank you, Kelsey. I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to invite me to your show.
I appreciate you accepting the invite and coming on. It means a lot. Any last words for the listening audience?
The time is now to put the guns down.
Yes.
I'm going to say it again. The time is now to put the guns down. Love your brothers and sisters.
Please. I mean, drop mic. There's nothing else to add after that. Sugar Bear, thank you again so much for your time. We're gonna let you go back to continue making some good music for us to jam to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Friday soon.
Thank you.
And again, thank you so much. Where can people follow you just to continue all the great stuff that you're
on Instagram, The Real Sugar Bear, DA Real Sugar Bear. That's me.
Yeah.
And Facebook, I'm good. And Twitter. All The Real Sugar Bear.
Everywhere. I'm the real K Nelson. You're the real Sugar Bear. We both know it's nothing like the real people. So obviously we're there too. July babies, the real ones. Y'all heard it here first. A special thanks to Sugar Bear for joining me live on Listening with KNN. Continue to check out the show on Fox Sports Radio. We'll be back next week with some more special guests and special guests all month long. You guys won't want
Thank you, Kelsey and Fox.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. We will let you go. Have a great one. So great meeting you.
Huh?
So great meeting you. Thanks again so much.
Same here.
Have a great one.
See you later.
Ow. I'm doing like you, but I appreciate you giving us a real one. Have a great one, Sugar Bear.
Right.
So much fun. It's always a joy and pleasure again to welcome on the legends. That's what kind of keeps me going, honestly, on the show. And you all out there appreciate all the support. Once again, we have a lot of more shows coming up. Keep it locked here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Also check out the new audio show I just dropped with Maryland basketball champion Taj Holden. You remember that 2002 Maryland men's basketball team. And by the way, Maryland, we got to get used to welcoming in some new members to the Big Ten. Also on Sports Front and News, we'll be following a lot happening with Baker Mayfield going now to the Carolina Panthers. Keep it locked on Listening with KNN. We'll be giving you guys all of those great updates. I'll see you all next time. Again, enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. And shout out to all the Cancers. Enjoy your birthdays and enjoy your birthday month and birthday season. Bye, guys. Have a great one.
Listen in with KNN on Fox Sports Radio now offers official Kelsey Nicole Nelson apparel in a variety of styles for men and women. Fashionable shirts, leggings, hats, jackets, and more. Order now and get 15% off and free shipping. Just enter promo code KNN. Get your Listen In with KNN wearables today. And check out Listen In with KNN on Fox Sports Radio with Kelsey Nicole Nelson.
Follow Kelsey on social media at The Real K Nelson. Catch episodes of Listen In with KNN on YouTube, on air at AM 1340 and 96.9 FM Fox Sports Radio, on Facebook and Twitter, and online at KelseyNicoleNelson.com. Thank you for watching this live stream broadcast of Listen In with KNN.